Hi everyone, I'm Liz and welcome back to Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch for Flosstube episode 41. Welcome back. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody has had a good week. I have some very exciting news. So I'm going to start with it. Why am I hyping this up? It's silly. Last week in my video, I showed you my finished Meow block party, and I mentioned how fun it would be to have a lazy Susan to spin around and take videos. Well, Tracy, she sent me one. So, you know what that means. Yeah, so thank you, Tracy. I can't wait to figure out what else I can film spinning around in circles on this. I was absolutely delighted when I got this in the mail yesterday. So I just had to open the show with my new fun toy. Okay. In non-spinning news, this week was another busy one at work. It's just like, I don't know. Why do I even say the word work? Because then my brain just turns to like, and I start thinking, oh no, it's Sunday. Oh no, I gotta work tomorrow. What do I need to get done tonight before tomorrow? That's why I don't mention work on these. Let's just keep that in its box. Anything else exciting this week? Oh, I went to my first happy hour in person in over a year. One of my best friends, it was her birthday on Wednesday, and the two of us and another friend went and met up and sat at an outdoor patio. We're all fully vaccinated now, and we were able to hug and talk for 2 hours, and oh my gosh, it was the best. The three of us and another friend have been doing every 2-week Zoom happy hours where it's just, we're just over Zoom and catching up, because we used to go hang out all the time and do happy hours. And anyways, so, but seeing the two of them in person, oh, it was so good. We only got teary-eyed once. There's just no substitute for hanging out with your friends in person. So that was the highlight of my week this week. And other than that, work did prevent some stitching. I still stitched every day, but I didn't get as much done as I wanted. So, but let me show you, well, actually, first I'm going to start this video with some previous finishes. I don't have any cross stitch finishes to share with you this week, but I was watching Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, and she's been showing off her previous finishes from previous years. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me go grab a couple previous finishes, because I'm sure some of you who have joined me more recently have not seen these. And these are two I finished before I ever even started Flosstube, but I know I showed them in some of my earlier videos. But yeah, I'm going to start with a couple of previous finishes that are some of my favorites. Okay, so the first one I want to share with you is the Drawn Threads Texas Bluebonnet. And if you're from Texas, it's about over, but it's bluebonnet season. So I just absolutely love this. I bought this chart pretty soon after it came out. I actually bought it on vacation almost 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, vacations. We went to Las Vegas. I went with Rob and my sister and brother-in-law. The four of us went to Las Vegas, and one of the mornings I got up early and went cross-stitch shopping at, I think it's called Stitcher's Paradise, which is a really cool store in Las Vegas. And I bought the silks and the pattern. And I don't remember if I had this fabric or if I bought it. Either way, I stitched this on 32 count with the called for silks, NPI and dinky dyes. And if you stitch it on 32 count, it fits perfectly into a 5x7 frame. So that's what I did. And I framed this myself. And yep, absolutely love it. And it's part of my gallery wall in my dining room. So you've probably seen it there as well. The next previous finish I want to share with you is the Suffrage Act. This is Little House Needleworks. I stitched this 2 summers ago. Yeah, in 2019, ahead of the 2020 anniversary. And I did it on the called for Picture This Plus 32 count. I don't remember the color off the top of my head, but I did it called for color, called for flosses. And yeah, I just absolutely love this. One of my favorite stitches at the time. And I framed this one myself. You can see it's not a perfect margin, but I really like the frame with it. So, and I actually get a lot of questions about where I buy my frames. And so this one actually came from Etsy, and it's called the Rusty Roof on Etsy. And they do these wood frames kind of distressed in all kinds of different colors. And this is their navy one. And yeah, so I get frames from all over the place. I just Google the size I'm looking for, the color. I just start searching. And so this was from Etsy, and I highly recommend. It was reasonably priced and came super quick, and it's really well made. So yep, that's the Suffrage Act. Okay, so let me show you what I stitched on this week. I'm gonna start with my Hands Across the Sea, Where Flowers Bloom. Just loving this. I posted it on Instagram this week. I can't stop stitching dainty flowers. I love them. So here is where this one is at. And yeah, I love it. I only did maybe a day or 2 on this one. So just filled in all the words, got some more, a couple more of the motifs, and worked some more of the border flowers and leaves down this side. So absolutely love the silk colors. I don't know if it comes across on camera how shiny these Avera Floss silks are, but in person, they're shiny and gorgeous, and I love them. So this is my first time using Avera Floss, and I really like them a lot. So highly recommend. I am stitching on 36 count vintage pecan butter by Lakeside Linens, and I'm using the called for Avera Soie d'Alger colors. The model, excuse me, the model was stitched in 103 from Avera Soie, but I'm using Soie d'Alger. And I love it. Next up, I worked on my Wildflowers by the Blue Flower. And again, just dainty little spring flowers. Here's where she's at. I'm gonna fold this over so I can see a little bit better. Oh, I love holding these up on Sunday and seeing them in the camera. So fun. So I really just worked on getting the words across on the top 2 lines, and then starting to fill in all the wonderful little flowers and leaves over here. So yeah, I feel like I'm about 2/3 done. Maybe a couple more weeks if I continue to focus on this. And I'll get this done so I can start my tutor bee. Although I think I've decided whatever my next finish is, the tutor bee is going to get started. I know I said I was going to finish this one, but there's another one in this pile that also is on track for a finish. So whatever gets finished first, tutor bee is happening, because I can't just let it sit there anymore. Yeah, so I'm stitching this on a 40 count Weeks Dye Works Parchment on the Zweigart base. and I'm using all of the called for DMC colors. And I absolutely love it. I've not changed a thing. Yeah, so that's Wildflowers. Okay, so next up this week, I stitched on my Silver Creek Samplers, Reaping Love. And this I'm doing as a gift for Rob for his 40th birthday. And I am really close to a finish on this. I mean, it's full coverage over on this left side, but I'm getting pretty close. Here is where I am. Those pops of red really made it so much more like fun, even though, you know, it's a blood drop, but yeah, I got in the big red heart and the, oh gosh, what do you call the sword? Scythe? Is that what it is? And then I'm about halfway through stitching the Grim Reaper. I'm sorry I laugh every time I talk about this project, but cross-stitching a Grim Reaper is not something I ever thought I would do. Okay, I don't know why this project makes me laugh. I love it, I do. It's just, you guys know me, I am colorful fun, and I'm stitching this super depressing yet romantic cross stitch for Rob. That's how much I love you, Rob. I'm stitching a Grim Reaper. So I'm stitching this on 40 count Picture This Plus Legacy with all of the called for DMC and Fancy Floss. And it's turning out so good, and I can't wait to get it done. And hopefully it'll be next week. We'll see. Okay, the last thing I stitched on this week, and it's inching closer to a finish, is Oh Joyous Day by Blackbird Designs. So, you know, this and Wildflowers, I'm like, I want these done. But since I'm splitting my time between so many projects, they're not getting completed. And so it's like, maybe I should just focus on one project a week and get it done. But then how boring would this video be? But like, I also can't base what I stitch solely on, you know, my videos and what I have to show to you. But I do that sometimes because I'm like, oh, that'll be so boring. I need to stitch on more. But I also want to stitch on more, you know, so it's like giving me an excuse. It's like cyclical, right? So we'll see. If I just focus on this week and maybe a lunchtime project, I bet I could get it done. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. So stay tuned to find out. But for now, here is Oh Joyous Day. Just pretty flowers. That's all I stitched on. And a Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper and pretty flowers. So yeah, so I'm working my way across the bottom band. Put in the first flower, started on the second, and just marching my way across the bottom. There are 5 flowers across the bottom, similar to the top. Although, of course, the bottom band flowers are bigger and more full coverage than the top. Of course, save that for last. And then, well, I guess really what I'm saving for last is the over 1 section, but that's okay. That's just a few words. So yeah. So I'm stitching this on 36 count Picture This Plus Legacy. And what I thought was really interesting, well, so first let me say 36 count Picture This Plus Legacy, all of the called for over dyed cottons, no changes. But both these projects I just showed you are on Picture This Plus Legacy. But so this is, I'll hold it up over here, the 36 count, and look how drastically different the 40 count is. Oh, it doesn't even look that different on camera. It does in person. Maybe I can hold it up this way. Ooh. Well, yeah, it does. Like, look how much darker and more mottled the 40 count is. So, you know, hashtag dye lots. I remember when I was starting on Joyous Day, I had this big fat corner 40 count, and I was like, oh, it's just too dark, it's too much. And so I ordered the 36 count, and it was perfect. It was like such a great dye lot. Because I know like the Legacy, Pictureless Plus Legacy has wildly different pieces sometimes. But then the 40 count turned out to be absolutely perfect for this design. So I don't know. I just think it's cool. Like the hand-dyed nature of all of our supplies and stuff that we work with in cross stitch. So I just thought that was interesting. The differences between the same fabrics in 2 different counts and probably 2 different dye batches. So yeah, that is what I cross stitched this week. Okay, so let's talk sewing and quilting for a minute, because I did a little bit of that this week. And the first thing I think you'll be very excited about is I made another vinyl front project bag. So I filmed it and I'm very hopeful that I'll be able to edit it and do like the voiceover and whatever else I need to do and get it uploaded on Wednesday. That's my current plan. So, but here's the bag I made. I used Lori Holt's Be Basic or Be Cross Stitch red fabric, and I used these honey bears that I have had in my stash and absolutely love. And so it's just vinyl front. Yes, so exciting. So I'm hoping to be able to get this footage edited and give you guys a vinyl front project bag tutorial next week. So yeah, I kept this very basic, no add-ons. Like people do some cool zipper pulls and handles and all kinds of modifications, but I just did, same as my first project bag tutorial, I just did the very simple version. So you can then go crazy and customize it and add quilting and patchwork and whatever else you want to do with it. But this is just going to be me showing you how I put it together. I even managed to figure out a way to film myself sewing so that I'm able to give you a really good tutorial on how to do the binding on the machine. Well, I'm saying really good. I hope it's really good. I still have to edit the footage. Hopefully it all turned out good. So that's exciting. Coming soon. Okay, so the other really exciting thing I worked on this week was my chamomile quilt. So this is a quilt I'm making for my king size bed, and I have been showing you progress pretty much I think the last 6 weeks. And I finally have all the sashing sewn together and cut, and I started assembling the quilt top. So I have 2 of my 5 rows complete, and I thought I would show you what I have so far. It's a little too big to do the whole thing, but look at this. I've got 2 of these rows sewn together with their sashing and their little 9-patch cornerstones. Oh, guys. I love this quilt. It is turning out so much better than what was even in my head. It's a really great pattern, and the only tedious part so far has been the little 9-patch cornerstones, but just because they're small and I'm not somebody who loves to sew like little tiny teeny quilt blocks. They're cute, but like I don't like to sew them. So yeah, I'll insert a picture I took like of the whole 2 rows sewn together so you can get a better view of it. But yeah, I'm really hoping this week I can put those last 3 rows together. Just, I think each row, because I have to do a sashing row and then a block row, sew those together and then sew them to, you know, this. So each one takes about an hour to get all together. I pin a lot when I'm sewing this row to its next row because I want, you know, these to line up really well. So I normally don't pin when I sew. I mean, I use those Wonder Clips if I need to like really, you know, tack something down, but I'm fully pinning these big long rows because I want my corners to match up. So yeah, 2 rows done, 3 more to go. So I think I'm gonna have a finished quilt top this week, and then I need to schedule some quilting time. Oh, I can't wait. And then I gotta figure out who can come over and help Rob hold this up so I can film it. Because poor 5'10" Rob is not going to be able to hold up a king size quilt by himself. I don't know why saying his height out loud just made me think of Two Tall Stitchers, and Kindred Stitcher. Okay, so I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but I think they only have 3 videos up, maybe 4, but it's Two Tall Stitchers, and it's Jen and her mom, whose name I'm blanking on. Sorry, Jen's mom. They have a great show. I love the mother-daughter aspect, obviously, because I love having my mom on. And they are both tall stitchers. And I was like, I love it. I'm also a tall stitcher. And then Kindred Stitcher, I saw recommending them. And Kindred Stitcher mentioned that she was 5'11". And I was like, oh, even taller than me, Lisa. So I'm only 5'10". So do I even qualify as a tall stitcher? I hope so. I think it does. I'm tall. But my sisters are actually, well, 2 of them are taller than me, 5'11" and 6 foot. So I'm the shorty at 5'10". No, not really. I'm not short at all. But yeah. Wow. What a tangent from quilting. I just started talking about being a tall stitcher and that you should go watch Two Tall Stitchers. Yeah. Okay. So that's the sewing and quilting segment this week, and very exciting stuff around here. So let me move on to Happy Mail. You guys are so generous, and I got quite a few lovely, lovely packages in the mail this week, so I'm going to show them to you. Okay, so the first one I showed you earlier in all its glory. This came in the mail yesterday from Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. Next up, let's see. Oh, okay. So you guys might remember that, I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago now, Danica had sent some really pretty like Lugana and Joblin for my mom. And she included this Leela's Studio pattern in it. And she's like, oh, I just thought you might like it. And I was like, oh, I love it. But I hadn't really looked at it much. And then Lisa, is it Lisa? Linda? Linda, not Lisa. Linda reached out and was like, I have all of the wool threads that it calls for. I didn't even know it called for wool. And she's like, and I'm allergic and I'm not going to use them. Do you want me to send them to you? So she sent me this gorgeous, gorgeous bundle of all the Gentle Arts wool threads that this pattern calls for. And yeah, so thank you, Linda. Thank you, Danica. Now I've got this gorgeous new project to start, and even more exciting. So I was looking up like how you even stitch with wool, because I've never stitched with it. Well, I've done some needlepoint with Appleton wool. So I guess I've stitched with wool. But needlepoint canvas has bigger holes. I don't know. So I was Googling, and it looks like, and according to the pattern, you're supposed to stitch on 32 count with 1 strand. And I'm like, perfect. 32 count with 1 strand, I bet is about to be my favorite thing ever, because I love 1 strand stitching, and 32 count is going to feel so big and easy after 36 and 40 all the time. So I'm very excited. So at some point, this is going to go up in my kitted bin up here, and at some point I will start this lovely, lovely little sampler. So thank you, Linda, and thank you, Danica. Okay, so next up I got a package from Nell, and she sent me 3 bags of cat treats. And the reason you're only seeing 2 is because one of them my cats tried to like physically bite open, and we had to start feeding them. They were like catnip themed, and our cats go insane for catnip. So one of them is open and in use, and they did the other 2. They are very much appreciated. The cats say thank you now. And then she sent me a piece of 32 count slate fabrics by Stephanie, which is called for on all the hands-on design chalk pieces. And I still have some more of those chockful jars to stitch. So this will get put to use immediately. Thank you so much. And then she sent me just some really gorgeous charts. So first signs of spring. Oh, I love this. Love is in the air. And then some heartstring sampleries. I can't read these backwards, so I'm not reading all the names, but you guys can see them. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And then the last Happy Mail package I got was from Terry. And Terry sent me just some lovely lovely charts that she thought I might like out of her stash. And there is so much good stuff here. I'll show you a few. These spring blooms, of course, you know I'm all about the spring stitching right now, and those would be such cute little pillows for my pillow bowl, which I have not made any pillows for the pillow bowl in like 6 months, so I need to get back on my pillow game, and that would be perfect. There's just so much other cute stuff in here. Look at this snowman chart. So cute. And then there's tons of like Plum Street samplers she sent me. This one I've always admired, and it's so cute. Summer Delivery, Milk and Cream Company, Bovinia. What is this one? Oh, Wool and Flax. Maybe I need to stitch this one. Terry, you're adding to my to-do list. Oh, cute. And Spring Delivery. So anyway, she sent me such a nice collection of charts, and a couple of them are duplicates of ones that I already have. So I'll probably include them in a giveaway sometime soon. So that's exciting. Yeah, that was the happy mail this week. Thank you guys so much. It was so much fun to check the mail this week. I got some really lovely things, and I feel so blessed and happy. Thank you. So as for haul, I just got 2 things in the mail this week that were Fat Quarter clubs that I belong to, Fat Quarter shop clubs that I belong to. And the first one is their Fine Floss Club, which is the NPI club. And the theme this month was almond. So it's kind of boring to look at, but having this range of whites is going to be so handy for patterns that use NPI. You know, it's like all the most common kind of whites and creams from their line. So that's great. So I got this from the Fat Quarter shop. And then I'm also a part of their Moda Fat Quarter Club. And so this is the Fat Quarter bundle. Let's see, what is it called? Oh, this is actually from February. So February, the fabric took forever to get to Fat Quarter shop for them to make these bundles. So it just came to me this week, and I think it's called American Gathering. And yeah, it's gorgeous. So got all these fun patriotic fabrics. Yeah, so that's what I got in haul. Okay, so let me talk about plans for a second. And the first thing I want to give you guys, I'm gonna lean forward and get serious with this one. No, I'm sitting in an uncomfortable chair. I changed my chair on the side of the table and it's uncomfortable, so I'm leaning forward to be more comfortable and change my position. Why am I telling you all this? You don't care. So I am going to take off 2 weeks, 2 Sundays in a row. I know, gasp, poor. I'm upset about it too. I'm going to take off 2 regular Sundays in a row in May, and that is due to my upcoming trip. So we're gone Saturday to Saturday. So the first Sunday, I will be in a hotel room in Chicago with maybe 1 or 2 projects with me, and you know, so I won't have any of my stuff to be able to film. And then the following Sunday, we get home late Saturday night, and I just don't know if I'm really going to be up to filming and what all I really would have gotten done while I'm on vacation. I mean, I know I'll have haul and stuff, but I just feel like I wouldn't have a great video that Sunday, the day we got home, or the day after we got home. So I think that means that May 16th, you will not see a video from me, and May 23rd, you will not see a video from me. So I'm just putting it out there. I'll probably mention it on my Instagram, or maybe I'll put a YouTube, like one of those little YouTube posts that I can do to mention it as it gets closer. But I just thought, prepare yourself. I don't know why I'm making it so dramatic, but I just thought I would mention it. I don't know. I might think of something else I can put up those weeks if I have time to pre-film any tutorials or do, I don't know that I will. I've got, work is crazy, and then I've got to prep for being on vacation, which is like harder than being on vacation. Or of course it's harder than being on vacation, which is like harder than my normal day's work. You know what I mean? our team is just down people, and so there's not really anybody to back me up, so I've got to prep all kinds of stuff to actually take time off. Anyways, that's boring, but I think I'm going to be taking off 2 weeks in a row in May. So yeah, that means that May 30th, that Sunday, whoo, I'll have some things to show you. Actually, okay, now that I'm thinking about it, isn't Memorial Day the 24th? Maybe I'll just film that Monday, because then I'll have a day off and kind of gather all my stuff up. This announcement is premature. We'll see what happens, guys. I know for sure I won't be here on May 16th because I will be in Chicago. Okay, so other plans. Brenda and Laura of, you know, everyone's favorite Flosstube, they are hosting a Blackbird Designs weekend stitch along. I think it's the first weekend in May. So is that next weekend? What's today? Yeah, so it'll be next weekend. And I want to join. So my plan is, if a Joyous Day is not done, that's what I'm working on. But I have in my head a secret goal of getting a Joyous Day done before next weekend. And if I can make that happen, then what I will work on is one I have not pulled out in a while. And that is my Christmas garden. So sorry, it's not ironed. I just pulled it out of the bag to show you. I started this way back in September with my friend Celeste. She, of course, has finished hers and it looks amazing. And I am about, I don't know, I'm not even halfway through, but it's gorgeous. And I really want to put some more progress in on this. So if I can get a Joyous Day done, then this is what I'm going to be working on for my Blackbird weekend piece. Oh, I love this. I need to work on this more. I say that about everything. That's why I can't do a whip parade, because every time I show my whips, I'm like, oh, I want to work on that. Which is a good thing, because it means I love all my whips. Most of them. Most of them. So anyways, as far as plans for this week, it's probably going to be the same projects for a while until I finish them, because I'm just hooked on my little spring stitching right now. Oh, actually, I should mention one thing. Stitchy Stars. Hashtag Stitchy Stars, Sal. I was supposed to do a block this week, and I did not. And I have gone in and saved a bunch of your photos on Instagram because a lot of you are done and they look spectacular and I'm so jealous, but oops, I did not work on mine this week. So hopefully I'll get another block of that done this week. Maybe I can get the Grim Reaper stitched and maybe I can finish our Joyous Day. Ooh. Okay, so we'll see how work goes this week and see how much stitching time I actually have, but that's the plan. And with that, I think I've run out of things to talk about, cross-stitch related. But yeah, so I think that's it. I think that's all I've got. So I will see you guys next Sunday for Flosstube 42. See you there. Bye.